Guys, hello again. Welcome to another TNWTL movement. It's been a very long time. Well, not a very long time. Like, we'll say at least a month and a half. It's been a while since I've done another phone interview. But, we're here with another interviewer, and his name is Justin. And let's go ahead and get started. So, Justin, go ahead and tell about yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm 19. I live in Erie, Pennsylvania. I just graduated from high school last year. Um, I'm an active kid. I grew up playing sports, played three sports. I'm big into watching sports. I'm working right now. I plan on going to college next year. I want to be a mental health therapist. I want to be a counselor. I'm a follower of Christ, so I try to live by Christ's example. I'm trying to grow spiritually every day, whether that means exercising or reading out of the book. I'm just trying to grow my mind and my spirit every day, and I'm trying to implement the character things into how
Feel you on that.
meaning, just to be a good person, just to love your neighbor, because life is and I want to
Exactly.
I get to change one life just by implementing good morals in my daily routine, and I'll do it. Other than that, I just enjoy hanging out and talking with people, having a good
Exactly.
sense of humor. That's really about it. Just enjoying my life.
Yeah, we got to do that, man. I'm the same way, man. I'm a follower of Christ too. I mean, I try to live my life the way, that we should. Even though I read my Bible every day, and I still go to church and do what I need to do. And I'm just what I'm trying to do with my life. Like you said, we're trying to you want to go to college and everything, and I'm trying to get myself to where we can pretty much just make a living for ourselves, just so we can have a roof over our head and be able to take care of ourselves whenever that time comes. Because let's admit,
Yeah,
life is gonna get hard at times. It's gonna get hard at times. It really is. But if we
yeah,
but if we have God and Jesus on our side, I mean, there is nothing that won't
yeah. I
stop us.
agree. And the thing that helped with me is really just getting involved in the community of the church. So I was a follower before I really attended church regularly. But it's really different once you actually get yourself involved with the community. Um, People who are mentoring me, in positions where I'm able to help out the youth. And these are all things that are beneficial from just being involved in the community of the church that I wouldn't have if I didn't go to church. So definitely, the community of church changed my life.
That's good, man. That's good. It does feel good whenever you have those type of people that come into your life and they just change it forever.
Yeah.
You think to yourself like,
Just hold you accountable.
that's why I say yesterday I was thinking, I was like, you know what makes it so beautiful about us human beings? How we are able to just help one another. We have
Yeah.
all these ideas, we have all these beautiful things that we created, that God gave us pretty much the ability to do, and it's beautiful. Like, you think about that. We have all this ability to pretty much do what we want in this world. All we have to do
Yeah.
is just follow in the footsteps of a good person, of what Jesus told us to follow in the footsteps of. And if we do that, we will live a good life. We will have a good life.
Yeah.
We'll be happy. And I see a lot of people see. I've done interviews. I've messaged not a lot. I haven't messaged a ton of people. We're not talking. I haven't messaged even a million people. If I messaged a million people, yeah, I would have a lot of interviews. But I've messaged people already, and I can already tell the way that they act towards me. Their life is they're probably living a life that's probably bad or something, because I'll message them and I'll be like, hey, let's do an interview. They'll be like, they'll cuss me out, or they'll just straight up just be like, no, and blah blah blah, and start laughing about it. And I'm like, do you not know this is really something that can really help us as people? A lot of people want to be
Right.
heard about what's going on. Some people want to have their voices heard.
Yeah.
We have people who are pretty much have a lot of a lot of fans and stuff out there, but they don't help us. They help
Right.
themselves. They help themselves.
Yeah.
So I made it to where why don't I help people? And instead of it just benefiting me, I'm benefiting all the people I've interviewed, because there's other people that are gonna see their interviews, and
Right.
guess what? They're gonna start building connections with one another.
Yeah.
The people
That's
that I
good, man.
interview will build connections with the other people that I've interviewed. So if you see somebody that's a musician artist, you might want to hit me up and be like, "Hey, Jeremy," or you'll just hit them up
Yeah.
yourselves and try to find them and talk to them yourselves
Yeah.
about let's do this and all that. So it
Yeah.
just what I have
Yeah, that's good,
going
man.
on. Yeah, what I did was basically transfer this into where everybody can show their individuality. Everyone can actually come together and show that we're equal. We may be human beings, and some of us may have a lot of money, and some of us may not, and some of us may have a good life living, and some of us may not. But we're all human beings, and we all need to understand that we're equal. We all have to deal with each other on this earth every day. We all have to see each other's faces pretty much every day. So why not? Yeah. So why not come together instead of just tearing it apart like people have been doing? You know,
Yeah, I agree.
it's just ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous. So what is something that inspires you?
Um, Something that inspires me, I think curiosity definitely inspires me, and that's kind of an unusual answer, but um, just be curious about things, because if I weren't ever curious about things, then nothing would have taken place and nothing would be getting done. Because the reason why I took a step forward into learning about stuff is because I was curious. And so I think curiosity drives me and it inspires me. And that's, like I said, it may be kind of unusual. It's not materialistic, but definitely just to be curious. Spirituality inspires me.
Okay.
God inspires me. Christ inspires me. And just people, even people who want to make a positive impact.
Thank you.
People who have the message.
Thank you.
The message of spirituality and positivity, and how it could benefit our culture and how it could turn things upside down. I think that's inspiring.
That is inspiring.
Anything with really just good energy, makes me happy, and it keeps me going, it keeps me inspired.
Yeah, man, and I love that too. I really do. And like you said, God and Jesus, they inspired me too. And I'm glad that they inspire both of us, because as we keep on living our lives every day, like I said, I'm 19 too. We're both the same age. As we continue to keep pushing forward to wanting to become better people in our life, they see us doing that. They watch us every day. They really do. They know exactly what we're doing. They see exactly what's going on in our life, and they know exactly what's going to happen in the next move. They know exactly what's going to happen to us. They know exactly when we're going to die. And when they do, it's going to make them sad, because they don't want to see us go. But life is, we live and die, but then what happens? What do they always talk about in the Bible? We'll get resurrected. They always say we'll get resurrected. And I always believed in that. I always believed that, hey, people always say there's no second chance in life. There is.
Right.
There is.
I agree.
There is a second chance in life. We have there's always a second chance. There always is a second chance in life. Always. Like, it's like saying, like, it really is. There's always something. If your life is bad now, guess what? Maybe in a year or so, your life will change tremendously.
Right.
You'll have something good going on for yourself. You'll be happy. You'll have a beautiful home, beautiful wife, beautiful kids. You'll live a very godly, spiritual life, and you'll just be happy. And that's how we should have. We should have that mentality, instead of thinking, "Oh, my life is bad. I'm not gonna accomplish anything." Don't think that. Think positive and know that life is gonna get better, no matter what. Because look, I see all these people that are pretty much, that have done interviews with me. And yeah, I check on you guys. I make sure y'all are okay. I'll kind of glimpse at your Facebook or Instagram, see how you doing. I'll check on you, say, hey, what's up, what's going on? And if you don't respond back, I mean, that's fine, that's your decision. But if you respond back, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? What's going on, man? What you been up to? Just see what's going on. Just, I'm not that type of person who will interview you and walk off and leave on you like that. That's using you. I don't use people. I make sure you're okay. I check on you, because I basically am out here helping you. I want to help you become successful too. I really do.
Yeah.
And so I just check on you to make sure that everything's all right. You got everything going on for yourself, and if you're still
That's
happy,
cool, man.
you're
That's
happy.
good.
So, and that's just how I want to be. I want to inspire you guys and motivate y'all, and just do what I'm supposed to in this world, and that's supposed to be helping people. Not supposed to be bringing nobody
Yeah,
down.
that's good.
I'll have a few laughs here and there, but I'm not supposed to bring you down. What is something you would change in the world if you could?
What is something? What?
What is something you would change in the world if you could?
I change. I mean, obviously, it's not gonna happen. So, I mean, I guess I could pick whatever. I guess I'd like to change that the money is ruled by money. Ruled by money. Sorry. I hate that the world is ruled by money because it creates division in between us.
Oh yes.
I mean, money itself isn't that bad, but it's the love of money that really makes one person greedy. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't just take away money because then what are we gonna do? But if I could change one thing, it would be to be focused more on God and the commandments that God gave us and less
Exactly.
on money. Because if you're searching for money, you're never gonna find happiness.
Exactly.
If you're searching for happiness, you're probably in love with money.
Exactly. I totally agree with you on that. And you know what? The truth is, money does not create happiness. Never does, and it never will. Our happiness is up above. That's our happiness. And if we find him and we search for him and he's in our heart, then guess what? That'll make us happy, because just knowing that he's watching us and that he's gonna take care of us, and he tells us we don't have to worry about all this stuff. We don't need to be worrying about what's to eat or what's to drink. We just need to worry about serving him and just doing his will. That's all. That is all. And that's simple. That's simple. Simple. It's simple. Very simple. And it's something to just live by. Something I always stick in my head every day when I think about it. Instead of always worrying about, because to be honest with you, I don't even make money from my movement. I really don't. And I'm really glad I don't at this point. And if I do, and I make a lot of it, guess what? I don't care. I'm gonna be giving it out to people. I don't need money like that. I just need money to put a roof over my head and have a vehicle for transportation and food in my belly. And just be able to take care of myself. That's it. Other than that, if I see somebody struggling out there, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to help that person. I really will. You see, I don't mind taking my time. See, I sit at home every day and I take my time out to get interviews for you guys, because think about this. As I'm continuing to do interviews, I'm gonna put out so much more content. Like, I'm even gonna come out with magazines. There's gonna be times where I'm gonna have challenges where we're gonna do a big challenge one day, and I'm gonna have a challenge where I'm gonna have everybody go out, everybody go do a good deed, and I'm gonna have some winners. So everybody go out and do a good deed, and I'm gonna have first place, second place, and third place. First place gets $10,000. Second place gets 5,000. Third place gets 3,000. But I'm gonna have pretty much everyone go out and do a good deed of the day and try to do something good. So whatever it is that you do, go do it. And I'm gonna look for the top 3 people that do a really good deed. And other people gonna win. Other people and everybody that does the contest, I'm gonna send them free shirts and free stuff. So, everybody's gonna benefit from it. Even though they won cash, I mean, you still gonna get something out of it. So, but you know what? Guess what y'all just did? I basically made a challenge to where I wanted people to go out and do a good deed. Go help other people, go do something for someone. Because that's what we should have. We should have people who want to do that, and that's how it should be. And people are gonna be willing to do that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And so I just feel beautiful about what I got going on, and hope things will get better, man. So what is something you have struggled with in your lifetime?
I struggled with depression. When I was younger, but that's past. I struggled. Hmm, I think I struggle with trying to act like I'm not doing anything wrong, in the sense that, you know, you can see other people, you don't see other people's mistakes, but you don't see your own mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I struggle with that a little bit. I mean, I think every human struggles with that. But, yeah, it's a struggle for me. But the more I'm becoming aware, and the more I'm becoming, you know, consciously aware that I might be that way, it's easier for me to limit it. So, I mean, that's a struggle, but it doesn't have struggles, and I think you know, my struggles might define my success one day.
Exactly, and I feel you on that. I feel you on that, man. So, and it's true. Everybody goes. I've been through depression too, but you know, the thing is, when we go through depression and we go through that, you know, it's different. All of us have different depressions. I mean, you may not. You're probably not depressed over the same thing I'm depressed over. You know, there's something else that somebody could be depressed over a girl. You could be depressed over what's going on in life, and this person could be depressed over somebody dying. You know, so many things, so many people get depressed over, and that's just what makes it beautiful. You know, I've heard a lot of people during interviews, I get depressed. I struggle with depression, and yes, I have too. Everybody has. Pretty much most of us has. But the beautiful thing about it is we see our individuality, and we see how we jump from that. We build up from that. You know, when we do these interviews, when all of us do these interviews, honestly, my personal opinion, it makes me feel good. And I know it makes you feel good because you are sitting here right now with me and you're expressing yourself and your individuality about yourself to people that are going to pretty much look at this and hear this and be like, man, you know, he's been through a lot. He really has, and I feel for him. I really do. And I'm glad that he shared his story with us. And it's beautiful how we're going to share our stories with so many people. I've shared my story too. I've done an interview myself. It's on the homepage for everybody to look at now. So now you see what I've struggled with. Now you see pretty much what I have going on. So I'm glad that I'm able to bring you guys into this, because at first I wasn't doing this. At first I wasn't doing none of this. I never thought of, and I thought, you know, at first I was like, let me start music. Okay, that never worked. And then I was like, you know what? Instead of just trying to be like everyone else, why don't you try to do something different? So I said, let me just do interviews. And so here I am today, and I'm just glad that this is beautiful. Awesome. It's beautiful, man. It's just so freaking beautiful. I love it. So what is a life lesson you would give others? You had a life lesson you can give other people.
Lesson I could give other people. And it's real cliche and it's real, you know, typical, but it's treat others how you want to be treated. Because, I mean, if everyone did that, if everyone just treated others how they want to be treated, a lot of things could be solved.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, just treat other people how you want to be treated. And you'll gain a lot out of that.
And I like when you said that, man. That's beautiful, because I want us to all be treated equally. I do. And I know you do too. And I'm just tired of seeing people get mistreated every day. I hate that. I really do. And especially nowadays with women, it makes me sick to see how people just now think it's okay to go around and hit women.
Yeah.
Just to hit a female, knowing that us men are stronger than a female, and you want to just throw all that weight on a female like that.
Right.
Well, you see, we have to think about this. What is a woman to us? You have to think about that. What did God say a woman was to us?
Right.
You know,
and then I'll change your view on it.
Exactly, and you'll see, oh man, I shouldn't be doing this to a woman like that. I shouldn't.
Right.
That's wrong. That's dirty. I shouldn't. Because a man should never, And a woman should never, both of us, both man and woman should never be putting hands on one another ever.
Yeah, I agree.
The only thing is it's more stricter for the women. For the men, not so much, but for the women, yes, women is definitely do not do that, because you just don't do that. You don't. You notice how when people hit women, where do they end up at? Where do they go straight to? Jail. You go straight to jail for hitting a woman. A woman can't go to jail for hitting a man, because she could just straight up lie and say, "Oh, he hit me." Okay, they gonna take him to prison. He gone. So, it's just, you just have to think. We have to think about that for a second. Okay, why am I doing this? You shouldn't be doing this to a woman at all, ever. I mean, never. All right, so there's this trend going on, and it's been going on for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure you know about it. But what is your view on this Black Lives Matter movement? Because I'm not with it. Not truly with it.
I think it's very true that Black lives do matter. But again, that's creating division.
There you go.
And that's creating it kind of seems like they're trying to be victimized, like there's the victims, like black people, and I mean that is the case in many senses, and there's a lot of injustice, and I'm not saying there's not, and I'm saying Black lives do matter, but whenever you divide yourself, that might create some problems. So I mean, I do agree that Black lives do matter, but
of course,
you got to think about the context.
Yeah, exactly.
And would you really mean that? Do you really mean that? Are you saying that to fight the social injustice, or are you saying that, while being a hypocrite and doing all, there's a lot of people who have the Black Lives Matter signs and the riots and stuff, and they're out here killing white cops, killing white people, not even just white, it's not even just white and black, it's any color. But if you really want to, there it is again, treat others how you want to be treated. So if you think Black Lives Matter,
then you're just separating us all again.
They need to treat others the correct way.
Exactly.
Until they do get justice, right? Just because someone's treating you incorrectly doesn't mean you have to pull up a Black Lives Matter sign.
Exactly.
And be irrational in the process. So I do agree with Black Lives Matter. Don't know how I feel about the movement and how they do it, but I do believe that Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I do believe so too, but it's just, the only thing is they just need to stop dividing. I understand, I'm a black person too, but I still don't go around when somebody does something like that to me and be like, "Oh yeah, Black Lives Matter," blah. No. Why? I have my own movement that I'm doing that pretty much brings everyone together. I've done let me tell you something, Justin. I done blacks, whites, Hispanics. I done people from Germany. I done people from Slovenia. I done people from dang near France. I done so many people from different countries, states, color, race, anything. And you really think I'm gonna sit here and hold a sign up that says Black Lives Matter when I do stuff like that? No. No, because look what I'm doing. I'm bringing people together. I'm not trying to split us, divide us apart. Man, I'm trying to bring us together. And that's what I love about it. People think, hey, that's all you do interviews about. Nah, if you do music, man, show your talent to the world. Man, there's going to be musician artists on my interviews too. There's even probably going to be celebrities on here. Because guess what? As I'm getting interviews out, celebrities are going to know. And celebrities are going to want to hit me up. Hey, Jeremy, I was wondering we can do an interview or something like that. Okay, cool. What's good? Let's do it. And I'm still going to ask them the same questions I ask y'all. I'm not going to treat a celebrity different and be like, yo, when's your next album come out? And be all starstruck like how other people do interviews with these artists and stuff. I'm about to treat them the same way that I treat y'all. With respect, and I'm going to show y'all, hey, we trying to make a difference in the world too. So we're not finna just sit here and talk about your music. It's not just going to be about you. It's going to be about your thoughts, expressing it to other people too. Because people want to hear what you got to say. And they want to hear, and we want to hear what you got to say too. So, I mean, it has to be equal around here. It don't matter if you're a celebrity or not. Just because you're a celebrity don't make you different from us. You still a human being. You still have problems. You still have issues that go on in your life. You still get depressed at times, and you still face that. You still face all that. because you're imperfect like us.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to, that's what we have to realize as people. Stop separating each other because of because of our color, or because we have more money than someone else, or because we have a bigger house, or because we're rich, and because they live in the middle class or you're in the high class. What does that matter to that? It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I agree.
Dividing is not the way to go. It's not a way to live. That's no way to live at all. And we shouldn't be living that way. Just said my movement name. But it's really not the way to live. It's not. And I love that my interviews had changed up, because at first, I did do interviews. Like, you'll see my first interview with Jay Zach. It was inspiring, and we did a little bit of inspiring, but at first I didn't have, I wasn't so super ready like I was now. Now everything's serious. At first, when I started these interviews, wasn't too serious. Now things are just getting, that's getting in the, I'm getting in the 100 range. I'm already in the 100 range, about to hit 200. So I'm just, it's getting out there. So I need to get serious. I'm getting serious about questions, and serious about getting people out there, and getting serious about really bringing us together. So things are changing, man. Things are really changing, and I love it, and I hope it. So, but anyways, man, last question. We're gonna get this last question out the way. Do you feel like we can make a difference in the world, and why?
Absolutely, and it's just how you treat other people and the energy that you give off, and that's really about it. I mean, it's how you treat people, and that's how you make a difference.
Yeah.
Just like if someone's going to treat you improperly and someone's going to beat you, that's going to make a difference. If you treat others how you want to be treated, and you want to show respect and show good morals to others, that could really make a difference. And we need that now, just as much as any other time. So yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, my goal, I'm gonna try to bring as much people as I can. Even if I do not reach to 1 billion people, I might die before I hit that. And one of my friends, Max, says, "Bro, you might not even reach 1 million." I was like, you know what, man, you're actually wrong. You're wrong. You know why? Because every day I go out and I reach out to at least more than about 300 people a day. So you think about it, all these messages keep adding up, and people don't respond for same day. It's gonna get bigger. That means I'm gonna keep getting more messages really soon. Throughout, probably when I start hitting a lot more interviews, I'm probably gonna have about at least more than 2,000 or 3,000 people that hit my DM on a day. I can get about 2,000 or 3,000. I can get about 2,000 or 3,000 interviews on the daily, and just straight up put them all out there. And that is gonna be the change of this world. But we all know ultimately who will make a difference in this world, and we know it's God. And with His help, anything is possible. And I'm glad that He at least brings people to at least help make a difference in the world. That way, people can then, change their life around, and then follow in God's footsteps. So they can have a person to motivate them and inspire, and this can motivate you and inspire you to become a better person, to where you turn to God, and then all of a sudden follow in His footsteps and live your life the way it's supposed to be. So that's just my goal. And man, thank you for this interview, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you. I appreciate talking to you.
You're welcome, man. Hey, if you can, send me a picture, because what I do in my interviews, when I do picture ones, when I do these little phone ones, have y'all picture and stuff, and y'all look where people can hit you up at and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
Okay.
But just go ahead and do that, man. And it's glad talking to you, Justin, man. I'll be talking to you soon, man.
Yeah, man. Have a good day. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. All right. Peace, man.